The best places to visit in St. Anne, Jamaica. This list isn't given in any particular order. The first place is White River. White River is a stunning and easily accessible natural attraction in Ocho Rios. This beautiful river boasts crystal clear waters and gets its name from the white limestone rocks that line the riverbed. The White River has a rich history dating back to the days of the Taino people, who were the first to settle in Jamaica. The river later became an important source of transportation for sugar and bananas during the colonial era. The limestone bedrock filters the river's water, so it remains crystal clear even when there's flooding. Dolphin Cove. In February 2001, Dolphin Cove opened its doors just across the road from Dunn's River Falls in Ocho Rios. Originally, it was the Burroughs family home. It was transformed into a 3-acre marine park with initially 4 dolphins as the star attractions, and since then has flourished. If you are an adventure traveler, swimming with dolphins in their natural habitat will surely be on the top of your to-do list. Dunn's River Falls. Dunn's River Falls has an interesting history because it is believed to be the site of the famous Battle of Las Correjas, fought in 1657 between the Spanish and the English for possession of the island. The Spaniards called the area Las Correjas, meaning the waterfalls or springs. The English won the battle, and under British rule, Las Correjas was first owned by Charles Price. It later became part of the 276-acre Belmont property, which was acquired by the government of Jamaica in 1972 to provide for future development of recreational and park facilities. Dunn's River Falls and Park is the perfect environment for fun and relaxation for the entire family. There is a delightful new discovery around every corner. Guests who enjoy Mother Nature's gifts can lose themselves in lush tropical foliage, ferns, bamboos, ginger lilies, and many more. Firewater Pond. The pond has been used for centuries as a medical bathing spot for slaves from the surrounding plantations. However, its flammable properties were discovered more than 80 years ago when Mayhala Smith, who was also known as Granny May, attempted to bathe in the water but was troubled by wasps from a nest hanging in the trees nearby. She attempted to burn out the nest with a flaming torch, but the torch fell out of her hands. When the torch hit the pool of water, mysteriously, it caught alight. She ran home screaming that duppies, also known as ghosts, were in the water. Mayhala continued to bathe in the water until she was over 100 years old. Firewater Pond is at a serene location, and the gentle bubbling of the water's surface reminds one of an expensive spa that has a flammable pool and soothing baths. Green Grotto Caves. Its rich history can be identified with diverse groups of people, including its first inhabitants, the Arawak Indians, also known as Tainos, who used the caves for various purposes. Proof of this is evident in the multiple fragments of pottery and artifacts that are unearthed from time to time. During the 17th century, when the English invaded the island of Jamaica, the Green Grotto Caves were used as a hideout for the Spaniards who were being driven out of the country. In the mid-20th century, between the two world wars, they were used by smugglers running arms to Cuba. In the latter years during the Second World War, the government of Jamaica used the entrance of the cave as a storeroom for rum in barrels. Today, the Green Grotto Caves take you on a journey into the underworld charm, a green cavern of mystery and adventure, which is surrounded by thick vegetation and supplied with pristine waters flowing from its secret depths. Conoco Falls. Conoco Falls is a tourist attraction nestled in the hilly outskirts of popular resort town Ocho Rios. The Arawakan word for rainforest, Conoco, lends its name to this 600 feet cascading waterfall and garden, formerly known as the Maho Falls and Koyaba Gardens. Koyaba is also an Arawakan name meaning heaven. Both names are fitting, even more so given that Taino artifacts have been found here, suggesting that the area was once a settlement. Conoco Falls and Park also provide tours of the property, which lead you through the river gardens, gives you a brief history of our original inhabitants, the Taino Indians, introduces you to a variety of our indigenous birds and animals, and of course, guides you up the waterfall climb. Mystic Mountain. The Mystic Mountain complex is built on 100 acres of semi-evergreen rainforest. The forest is home to 55 varieties of trees and an estimated 33 breeds of tropical bird. It features natural springs and a variety of plant life. Every effort was taken in the construction of Mystic Mountain to minimize the impact on the local environment and, indeed, incorporates the stunning scenery as a feature of the attraction. Rather than bulldozing acres of forest, construction materials were hand-carried or heli-lifted into place. Mystic Mountain opened in July 2008. The park offers 3 main attractions: a chairlift, zip lines, and a bobsled ride experience. Yaman Adventure Park. Yaman Adventure Park was known as Prospect Plantation in the 18th century, and since then, it has been full of historical and cultural landscapes. Increase your adrenaline with buggy or ATV's tour in Jamaica. Learn about gastronomy with the Jamaican cooking tour, thus getting to know all the typical flavors of the region. Go swimming in a secret blue hole and experience zip lines with impressive views. Chukka Cove and Cliffs at Landover. It's time to play at Chukka Cove Farm. It's the birthplace of Chukka, featuring coast and cliff adventures by the cove. Begin your journey into the rugged dirt trails of a colonial era estate. Their activities include ATV, river tubing, and horseback riding.